The only thing that's special about them is the packaging, which she designed herself with her calligraphy that I find menacing. I know that's a bit ridiculous, but I do. I just find it a bit odd and creepy. As we all know, the Duchess of Sussex had a very troubled launch with her lifestyle brand. It was supposed to launch last year. It was going to be called American Riviera. There were all sorts of legal problems with that. So in the end, she launched in spring of this year, calling her new label As Ever, which was meant to suggest that, look, this is what she was going to be doing all along. Even if she'd never met Prince Harry, she was put on this planet to make jam. And sort of since then, we've had the jam, we've had the wine, we've had teas, I think we've had an apricot spread, and we've now got a marmalade. So you have to ask yourself, where is this brand going? And her claim about the whole brand, what makes it different from everything else? It is, and I quote, really authentic. Well, the one criticism that keeps being aimed at Meghan and her brand and the television program is that it's very far from authentic. You know, people come on the show who are meant to be her best friends and it's clear they've only first met. The jam, we're meant to believe that she plucks every raspberry herself from her garden in Montecito, but now we find out it's made in a factory in Illinois. So it's all a bit sort of, oh, it's not really quite real. Where's it all going? I don't know. The newest product is a marmalade, which they promoted on the website with sort of glowing Californian sunsets. But there's nothing special about this marmalade. I mean, I haven't tasted it. I have tasted her jams, and that, believe me, there's nothing special about them. They're perfectly acceptable. They're a little bit runny, definitely a little bit pricey. The only thing that's special about them is the packaging, which she designed herself with her calligraphy that I find menacing. I know that's a bit ridiculous, but I do. I just find it a bit odd and creepy. I mean, if you think about a brand like Goop, Goop started with sort of content from Gwyneth Paltrow herself, you know, with recipes and tips and stuff like that. Whereas As Ever started with products, you know, it just went straight into a product launch. So all we can expect now are more and more products. When I heard about the marmalade, it made me think there's a British company called the Single Variety Company. And this is run by a husband and wife team in Bristol. And they make jams and marmalades. And they have just won Marmalade of the Year, which is actually a very serious competition. Dozens and dozens of countries from all over the world enter this. They won with their Amalfi lemon marmalade. And I thought, well, that's very interesting. And I tried it, and it's fantastic. It's a delicious product. You can taste the naturalness in it. This is what I think Meghan wants us to think that she's doing, but she's not doing this with her factory-made jams or whatever. There was a very good interview, a business interview she did recently, not giving away any details about how much of anything she sells. So it's all a mystery, you know. Is she selling a dozen jars of jam? Is she selling 5 million? Nobody knows. She said she hoped her core customer was a teenage girl who wanted to buy into her lifestyle, who kind of admired her and could afford a $9 jar of jam, which she could use afterwards, perhaps to put flowers or a candle in, or use it to put her pencils in from her desk. And you have to think, who does the Duchess of Sussex think she is? I mean, she's not Taylor Swift. It's hard to imagine that Los Angeles or anywhere else is full of young girls who are desperate to buy a jar of jam to get a piece of Meghan. But this is what she believes.